So we've stopped at the organizations, and I'd like to continue here. We have organizations in the world who were organized to empower the third and fourth world, who handled trillions of dollars every year, of which an enormous amount simply goes to the bureaucracies of those organizations. The funding of that is all about empowering, provoking people into supporting that. Stand beside me in a fight, So we've got those people who pay $10 for a Greenpeace thing that they can put on the back of their car, and we've got guys that are riding around in the Atlantic having parties waiting for nuclear ships to come by. And we make money doing this stuff. We do. Actually, quite recently, I was approached by some woman. She said that she wants to organize this fundraising thing for women who do not have any money to transform themselves. So she was looking for psychologists, different coaches, and other people who would work with those women for free, would offer their expertise for free to these women who would help them, and everything would be filmed. And so these women would receive transformation. It would be filmed. A lot of people would find out about it. So it was a beautiful idea. And then I said, of course, I'm in. Let me know. What can I do? And then she said, and of course, we need to hire videographers, the people who will be doing that online, all the videos, all these marketing things. So we need to pay them. I said, wait, why do we need to pay them if we're doing things for free? She said, well, they would never agree to do something for free, so we need to find money to pay these people. So for me, that idea died immediately there. I said, no, unless you do the whole project for free and everybody who pitches in, everybody is doing things for free, like I do, like you do, and we're not including any grants, we're not asking or begging for money anywhere. We are truly simply want to help these people. So this is where I turned to my true self. And you see, the true self really doesn't need money. The true self wants to do what it wants. So this is just one of the many examples. Okay, but we're talking here about money and how and what we sell with, because the material way is the way to, let's say, to stay on Earth, because Earth is material first and foremost. So let's get to the 54th gate here. Here is an ultimate material pressure. The Marian Maiden, a concubine that rises up to be empress. Don't you love those stories? Rags to riches, Cinderella, pretty woman stories. And that's the thing. It is built in. There is the 58th gate, doing everything in its power to pressure people through its vitality to have a collective shared something. There is the individual trying to find forces of empowerment that will fight with it. And that's the 38th gate for you. And then there is the 54th going, how do I get to the top? Let them do all that. How do I get to the top? Such a pressure here to climb. There is this wonderful line in the original I Ching for the 54, and it says, the moon is not full. It's a great comment. It's the story of the Marian Maiden, and the story of the Marian Maiden is that when you first meet the Marian Maiden, you meet her as no moon, darkness. You don't know what she is. The mysteriousness of her femininity, nothing more, nothing less. And slowly the phases of the moon begin to open up. The moon is not yet full. Take this girl as your bride. Do not judge her for what you see in this limited light. The moon is not yet full. And in the fullness of that moon, in the maturity of the 54, is a force. You turn it around and it becomes a 45. A little piece of magic. You just turn the numbers around and there you go from the 54 to 45. Remember the 45? The one that I call the gate of the king? And you have what it means to have the moon full. So the whole concept of ambition, what we know in the 54, is a line of ambition, right? So the thing to recognize about it is the pressure to be given the chance to unfold. That is what you are meeting. And wait for my moon to be full before you judge me, because only then will you see me in my beauty. It is a delight. That is why this gate carries with it the most mystical of lines, the fourth line. When we're looking at the 54 line 3, we see covert interaction. Where would the making of the money be without politics, right? To really understand humanity is to transcend morality, to just see the movie. Here, in covert interaction, we have the ability, when stymied, when stopped, the ability when forces are in your way. Remember, the moon is not full yet. You may not be you may not be seen for your potential. So it's the ability, when stymied in formal relationships, to use secret or purely informal channels when it is the only resort. So it's covert interaction. You cannot get to the top without leaving blood behind. So it goes. And you cannot get to the top without stepping on fingers as you climb that ladder. So it goes. And you don't get to the top without cheating in some way. So it goes. We're talking about the world of the not self, okay? Just a reminder. So that is if you are tribal. This is about support. And support is about the bargain, the deal making. And the most important thing to see about the Marian Maiden is the pressure to rise up through the bargain, through the deal, Give me this contract and I'll put something over there in your bank account. Or I will give you something under the table, this envelope with something. It's everywhere. You know what I mean. I'll continue in the next video.